My name is Judy. I'm a 40-year-old housewife. I live with my husband Jack, who is 2 years older than me, and with our cat. We have been married for 15 years now. If you ask me that if I have been completely satisfied with my marriage so far, I would say not really. That is partly because we were unable to have kids. And the other reason is that Jack works at a low salary job, and he doesn't help with the housework and spends his day off just hanging out at home. And what's more, Jack is a bit of a mama's boy, and even though he is in his 40s, he still wants to visit his parents' in-laws' house, which is very close by. My mom is a lot more lonely now since my dad passed away. Jack makes excuses like that, but there is no way that his mom, Mary, is weak like that. She had no manners and also had a terrible personality. You know what? I was standing in line at the supermarket the other day and I farted, and it made a very loud noise. I was so embarrassed that I turned around and blamed it on the person behind me and said to that person, "It's so rude to fart." Mary laughed as she told the story of what had happened while they were shopping, and Jack, who was listening, also laughed with her. But I was just disgusted and didn't want to be with them. I couldn't believe that Mary was my mother-in-law. Mary has only a few friends because of her character and personality, and she's the kind of person whose only hobby seems to be picking on her daughter-in-laws. I wouldn't have a hard time going to Mary's house if I had a good relationship with her, but no wife would want to be near a mother-in-law with a personality like that. My brother-in-law Phil and his wife, Anna, who used to live together at Mary's house, also ran away because Anna also couldn't stand Mary. I mean, I can completely understand her. If my father-in-law was still alive, living with them may have been tolerable, but I wonder what kind of punishment it would be to live with only Mary. Unlike me, who argued back with my own opinions directly, Anna is a quiet and patient person. But even that quiet Anna wanted to get as far away from Mary as possible. So what kind of abuse did she get from Mary which made her want to get away like that? Phil, my brother-in-law, who is also a mama's boy like Jack, didn't want to move that far away. So now Mary, Phil and Anna, and Jack and I are all living separately, but we all just live close by each other. Jack and Phil were both mama's boys. I don't know what's so good about a mother like Mary, but I can still put up with Mary as long as we live in separate households. If Mary should ever ask me to live with her, I'll definitely reject it. I had firmly promised myself to do so, but when Mary called us over the other day, she had brought up the topic about living together. I've been thinking about it, and I think it's finally time for us to move in together. When can you move in? Suddenly, Mary had gathered us and Phil and Anna and started talking about moving in together. She made it sound like she had already decided to move in with us on her own, and I'm also surprised that she even jumped to discussing on when to move in together. Huh. Now, wait a minute. I don't want to live together with you, Mary. I saw Anna go through a lot of hardships, and I don't want to go through the same thing. I am not asking you. I am asking Jack. Even though I firmly refused to live with her, Mary didn't listen to what I had to say at all. If we were to live together, I should be involved in the discussion too. But of course, she ignores my opinion. Well, I don't mind. I don't mind living together. It would be easier for you to take care of Mom in the future if we all lived together, right? Well, of course, Jack would agree to live together. And he did so on the premise that I would be the one taking care of Mary. Taking care of Mary? Me? Are you kidding me? Mary has been bullying Anna and I for years, and now you want me to take care of her? How could you even say that? I said it as I sighed, but Mary looked disappointed. Oh no. How could you accuse me like that? As an elder housewife who's much more experienced, I just gave you both some advice, that's all. How could she even think that what she was doing was giving some advice? In any case, I don't want to live with Mary or take care of her. If you really insist to live together, then we'll get a divorce. Jack got nervous hearing what I said. Hey, divorce over something like this? You're overreacting. Overreacting? Forcing someone to live with you or having to take care without asking about my own opinions are good reasons for a divorce. I have a job with a fixed income, so getting a divorce doesn't bother me at all. When I argued back, Jack got silent. Well then, it can't be helped. If Judy really doesn't want to do it, then I'll just have to ask Phil and Anna to come back. Now, it was Anna's turn to start panicking. No, I don't want to. If I have to live with Mary again, I'll go mental. I will never do it. But this time, Phil began to argue back. Now, calm down, Anna. My mom may have been a little hard on you in the past, but she did it for your sake. Mom is sorry for what she did. She's sorry? As far as I can see, Mary doesn't seem to be sorry at all. Yes, exactly. I mean, you never say anything back whenever I try to talk to you. There's no thrill in that. A strong-willed wife like Judy is a problem. But a wife who doesn't say anything is also a problem too, isn't it? That's right. You have things that you should reflect back on too, you know. What? Anna was absolutely mortified by Phil's unbelievable comment. I was also feeling the same as Anna as I was standing beside her, and I was just too stunned to say anything. Besides, Anna, you've become a housewife all your life. So if you get divorced, you'll be in trouble right away. It's not like you have a job like Judy. When Phil began to say that, Mary jumped into that conversation. Exactly. Anna, if you keep being selfish, Phil could leave you, you know. If a woman with neither good looks nor good style gets rejected, she'll have no choice but to go out on the street. What exactly is Mary sorry about? I seriously wondered. Mary was enjoying how this talk was going too, so she looked really excited. Anna, you were still pretty when you were young. Now you're so chubby. Come to think of it, it's that time of season where sea lions begin to move around, right? Sea lions. Huh? That's a good one. Even Phil burst out laughing. How rude. Are you trying to call me a sea lion? Anna burst into tears and I tried to comfort her, but both Mary and Phil didn't stop talking. Oh no, stop being so paranoid. I was only talking about the sea lions, right, Phil? The sea lions flap their flippers and cry out, right? She's just like them. To my surprise, both Phil and Mary began to imitate a sea lion together. Please stop. What is wrong with you people? I shouted, and Anna burst into tears and ran out of the house. I shouted over to Mary as I stood up to chase after Anna. How horrible and inconsiderate of you. That's why neither Anna nor I want to live with you. Then Jack joins in. You think you're all that because you're working, but after all, a woman trying to survive on her own is bound to end up on the street. Just like Anna, you'd be in trouble if you divorced me. Don't you dare even think of using divorce as a threat. He glares at me as he says this. It was true that I was in a better position than Anna, but I couldn't really say, yes, let's divorce right away. Anyways, I would never live with Mary. I said and ran out of the house. I decided to find Anna and comfort her. After searching around for a while, I found Anna walking along the sidewalk. Anna. Oh, Judy. Anna's face was filled with tears. I managed to calm Anna down and went into a nearby coffee shop. I can't take it anymore. Mary has been bullying me, and Phil doesn't help me at all. I agreed to what she had to say. Well, yeah. Phil and Jack are both mama's boys, aren't they? I sighed. If it's only light verbal abuse, then I can stand it. But I can't stand it anymore knowing that Phil is cheating on me too. And to think that even Mary is helping Phil have an affair. At Anna's sudden topic about Phil having an affair, I panicked. What? Wait a minute. Huh. Phil's having an affair? And Mary's corporating? Oh, you had no idea? That man has been cheating on me for years. He kept on saying that he was going to visit Mary, but he was actually on a date with his mistress. Mary knew about it, and she was even helping him create an alibi. Anna was in tears as if to vent all the feelings that had been building up inside her. I was so stunned and felt very bad for Anna. I pity her so much, being harassed by Mary and even being cheated on by her own husband. I completely agree with how you're feeling about all this, Anna. I feel so sorry for you. But why did you even put up with it? No matter how worried you are about how you'd live in the future, you shouldn't have to put up with this kind of life. I thought I was cheering her up by saying this. But Anna looked up at me with curious eyes. What do you mean, why am I putting up with it? Because it's the same for you, isn't it? Huh. Then Anna began to tell me an outrageous story. After hearing the whole story, Anna and I decided to team up and go against Mary and our husbands. They were all a bunch of assholes. There is no way they can mock Anna and I to this extent, and there's no way we both could remain silent about it. We will surely pay back for all that they've done to us. And 1 month after Anna and I's discussion, Mary ordered all of us to come over to her place again. Since then, Anna and I have been steadily making preparations without saying anything to our husbands. And this was the perfect opportunity. We all headed over to Mary's place. Well, I thought about it. And after all, either Phil's family or Jack's family would have to move in with me. Mary began to talk about the topic of moving in together once again. I'm getting old and eventually, I'll have to have one of my daughter-in-laws take care of me. So I figured it's better to begin practicing now. To this, Anna answered right away. I don't want to live with you, Mary. I will never live with you. If we have to live together, then I'll get a divorce. Anna's tone of voice was so different from her previous ones that even Mary seemed to be taken aback. That again? What about you, Judy? She asked me this since Anna said no, and I answer back to her. So what you're saying is that you want us daughter-in-laws to live with you because you want us to take care of you. Is that right? Well, that's one thing. But I'm also lonely now and I'd rather live with either Phil or Jack. Since both Anna and I kept on saying no to her request, Mary seemed to be getting more and more irritated. Are you really saying that you both can't obey to your own mother-in-law's request? Well, this is an order. I'm going to live with my son, so you have to live with me. Then Anna and I both looked at each other and nodded. I will not. How about this person instead? I then spread out some photos on the table. That's. Phil and Jack began to panic because those photos were evidence that both Phil and Jack were having an affair. The photos were of them entering a hotel with a woman, kissing in the park, and so on. You two were both cheating on us. You two are really close brothers, huh? And I heard that Mary also knew about this? Even though Mary knew about it, she was helping you two create alibis. How could she be so shameless as to ask us to live with her and take care of her while doing such a despicable thing? Anna was also nodding her head beside me. If you want somebody to take care of you, Mary, then ask these women in the photos. We are both getting divorced, so I will not live or take care of you. You're causing so much troubles here. Mary panicked. Troubles? Well, we don't feel like we're in trouble at all. Right, Anna? Anna smiled. Hey, Anna. If you divorce me then, you'll be the one who's in trouble. There's no way a housewife can make it all on her own. Phil started to yell. He might want to start imitating the sea lion again like he did a month ago, but we will not let him do that anymore. Divorce is just a threat. Anna then replied with a smile on her face. Oh, I'm not the one in trouble, you know, because I'm planning to get alimony from you. What? I'm also going to charge the woman you cheated on me with for alimony, and I think it will at least cover the cost of renting a small apartment and getting my life back on track. I'll have to work hard to find a job, but I also still plan to do everything I can to make it on my own. Oh, Anna, don't worry. I'll support and help you out. Anna and I both decided to cooperate and help each other get through this crappy situation. With my personal savings, we can manage to make a living for the time being. If Anna gets alimony from Phil and his partner, she will pay it back to me with a small amount of interest. And for this to work, we must do whatever it takes to get money from them. Oh, Jack, it's pretty obvious that I'll be asking for alimony from you too, and also from the woman you cheated on me with. Even though I'm working, there's never enough money for a 40-year-old divorcee. When I said this to Jack, he looked at me in despair. I'm so sorry. It was just a desire, and it was just for fun. It wasn't anything serious. Serious or not, cheating is cheating. We have already consulted this to our lawyer, so you can make excuses all you want our lawyer. I gave Jack and Phil the business card of our lawyer's office. The lawyer represented both Anna and I. We signed up for 2 lawyers at the same time and got a small discount for a lawyer to be on both our cases. This was a very good deal for both Anna and I. It's also known as a clever housewife's trick. Hey, wait a minute. Let's talk about this. Just not divorce, please. I'll apologize. I'm sorry. Jack and Phil both got down on their knees and apologized on the spot. But Mary was just upset and started to scream. Well, if you both want a divorce, why don't you do it then? I'm not going to put up with you both who can't be patient enough about your own husband's 1 or 2 affairs. Anna then began to laugh. Before I knew it, Anna looked completely confident. After all, a woman gets stronger at the final moment. Mary, you can tolerate very well with affairs, huh? Is it because you know what it's like to have an affair? Hearing this, Mary was so shocked that she flinched. What are you talking about so suddenly? I heard that you had an affair too. I heard it from one of your neighbors. You had a fling with a part-time worker at Jack's swim club. What the hell is going on with your family DNA? Compared to you all, father-in-law was so serious. Who the hell told you that? Well, I wonder who could it be? Why don't you ask around if you're curious? Well then, we're going back to pack our bags. so we'll be going now. Anna and I stood up at the same time. And then, I said this with a huge smile on my face. Please just enjoy and continue on imitating the sea lion you did previously. After that, Anna and I went back to our own houses and left with the luggage we had packed in advance. We had already signed a contract for an apartment, so we would meet there. Jack called me and Phil called Anna several times, but we ignored all of them and left everything to our lawyer. After a while, both our divorce got settled, and we finally got our alimony. Mary's intention to have her daughter-in-laws take care of her stopped since then, and she started to rely on her two sons. And now, it seems that there's a dispute between Phil and Jack about who is going to take care of her. Please come home. I'm really sorry. Let's start over again. I'll wait for you forever at that restaurant where we used to go for our dates. Phil and Jack kept on sending us messages to get back together again. We would mock about Phil and Jack at night, after work over a light drink, while reading their stupid messages. Hey, Anna, where's that restaurant which Phil mentioned? Oh, I don't really know what he's talking about. I'm pretty sure the restaurant where we used to go on dates is gone now, so I have no clue what he's talking about. Anna and I lived together for a little while, but when Anna got a job, she moved out of the apartment. She and I are now best friends who ran away from that horrible family together.